Hello everyone and welcome back. Welcome back to our beautiful dinosaur park in Jurassic World Evolution. I did have a bit of a microphone meltdown. I did lose about probably only 10 minutes of recording. But in that 10 minutes of recording I did do quite a bit. I put down a monorail station hasn't got a monorail yet, but it's going to go around the lake when it's ready. With another drop-off point over here. But I want to wait until we've built all the way around the lake before we do that. Which, I have extended this enclosure here. We're going to make it a kind of hadrosaur enclosure. We'll probably have multiple hadrosaur enclosures. We'll have another hadrosaur enclosure with some different kinds of dinosaurs there, and then the big Spinosaurus enclosure, which is going to include so much of the lake in it. Like a big chunk of lake. And we've got this amazing little, Jurassic tour, which is going to take our visitors on a scenic tour around the lake as well, up close personal view. Apologies there, I lost view of my microphone display, and after all that mess with my microphone earlier, I was like, no, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with microphones malfunctioning and me not knowing. I'm not dealing with having 20 minutes of silence. So anyway, so this tour, when we've got it all set up, it will take us on our beautiful scenic route. We'll go through this gate here, and then we'll go right past the ornithopter. We don't go inside, we just kind of scoot past it a little bit. And then we'll go around here, and we can say hello to people, and then we go back round through another hadrosaur enclosure that we'll have here. And then back again into our Spinosaurus area, which will be like the end of the tour. You go around this way first of all, and then you end on the Spinosaurus, which is going to be pretty awesome for people. And I'm wondering if maybe sauropods would be even better to have here. Maybe if I bring the lake back a bit and have a big old sauropod enclosure, so you can go through some amazing things while you're on your tour. So yeah, we'll look to see what we can do there. And I have made this kind of area here because I want to have some more enclosures here, some more enclosures that are a bit more in this kind of style, this kind of Diddy enclosure style. And I also want to make sure we have a few more shops and stuff. I kind of want to condense a lot of shops around here, and then have some more little bits scattered along this side. Just so we have like a kind of main hub here, and then another kind of main hub here that's right by the other monorail station. I think that's a good idea. So it is a bit messy in places. I'm still getting used to controls and stuff, and the who knows what. It is a bit difficult. I find it a bit tricky in this game, but I'm doing my very best. So I was thinking maybe if I just focus on putting down the enclosures for now. Okay, let me decide. Hadrosaurs. Sauropods. Hadrosaurs. Okay, we'll go for hadrosaurs because I want to use this big area for a bigger sauropod paddock. So let's do that. We have all that space there, and we're going to have all this space up here to do what we so please with. So I won't get too caught up in being like, oh, but I haven't represented everything yet. We haven't got everything in. We are missing stegosaurs and ceratopsians at the moment. We've got a few carnivores, just, a couple. I would like to have a few more smaller carnivore enclosures. I want the Spinosaurus to be kind of like a main attraction, so I don't want to have too many high-rated dinosaurs of that kind of ilk. I'm just flattening this all out because I want this to be quite a low terrain kind of zoo. I don't want to have too many lumps and bumps other than this little downhill area here. I find it hard to build on lumps and bumps. I just can't visualize it in my brain. I can't get my head around building with lumps and bumps. Putting lumps and bumps in enclosures, now that's acceptable. Thinking maybe I should do some practice in like Zoo Tycoon 2 or something. Building something that has different terrain styles, like building on a map that already has bumpy terrain and working around it. That might be useful to me. This game has pretty versatile terrain tools. Like it goes pretty easy on you with some things and not so easy with other things, but But I quite like the idea of, rather than being like really mountainous, it being like a valley, like this lake is in a valley. So it's like the flattest area in the whole island, and you're surrounded by mountains on all sides. I think that's quite nice. Alright, so I'm gonna... yeah, I think I'm gonna pull this back just a wee bit. Okay. And then I'll bring that forward a bit. Like a kind of more circular fashion. I probably will have to bring it back just so I can get the track in, so... yeah, that should do it. That should do it. So... Spinosaurus, here. Let's do that. Let's get that sorted. I want to have... heavy steel for Spinosaurus. Now, first of all, I'm just gonna put it down, and I'm gonna make sure that the tall fence can literally go straight through that. Yes, it can. Okay. Yes, awesome. I think the road kind of acts as a really nice kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a nice barrier for where the water is gonna be. No, I don't want this front bit to be too big. If anything, I want it to be the smaller part, because I want it to kind of neck in. Like neck in like this. And then take up like a huge amount of water as well. So do you got to be like that? Okay, I'll just do it. Okay. It's not the prettiest way of doing it, but it'll do. Until there's a way of enclosing dinosaurs without using fences, it's gonna have to be the way. And I quite like that. Hang on, maybe I could have this, like... Let's get rid of some of these trees so I can see what I'm doing. If it, like, pulled up right close. I think that would be interesting enrichment for the dinosaurs to be so close to predator and prey. And quite an entertaining experience for the guests, I suppose, or an educational one. Nope. Let's pull a bit close there. You know what, let's pull this all back again. Yeah, I'm like... Okay. So that pulls right away around here like so. Let's try it like this. Let's try it the other way and try and bend it in. Ah! Try and bend it in. Oh my goodness! There we go. There we go. So that's kind of the main land area. I am gonna put just a little island. And then just to even it out, I'm just gonna put another one over here. Just a couple of little islands. to... Maybe I should just put them under the trees, that probably looks better. And then over here as well. There we go. So this is going to be our Spinosaurus enclosure. We'll make sure that it has some fish to eat. We'll have a couple of fish feeders in various places. And then what I want to do is make sure there is somewhere that the guests can view. Maybe I need a couple of long ones. Yeah, so they can see in properly. Yeah, we've got just a few viewing platforms. All the way around. This is kind of where these merge. Make sure these connect up properly. Come on. So let's go ahead and actually put the Spinosaurus in straight away. Just to spice things up today. Alright, Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus. There it is. Let's go for the wetland pattern. I don't know what that'll look like, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and boost that bad boy's rating up as much as we can. Yes. Because we want this to be a proper bad boy. That minus 41% viability right there. Eat. There we go. Minus 60% viability, oh my goodness. It would have no chance if we didn't have that turned off, no chance. Alright, so we're gonna let that just incubate there. Because I want it to have a high rating so everyone's really attracted to it. So everyone wants to come over here and see this super cool dinosaur that we've got in here. Right, and then we've got this enclosure. How's that look? Yeah, decent, decent. Well, I feel like we've made good progress, just in general from, you know, nothing to what we've got here. I'm quite proud of it. This is probably the, first time I built something in Jurassic World Evolution that I'm actually like, yeah, I quite like this. This looks quite nice. And I still don't know what I wanna put in here. Who wants to live in this little sandy area? I feel like a little. Let's actually see what we've got. I do need to play just by myself a little bit to unlock a few more because I've got so many little things that I still need to unlock that I just don't have yet. The only reason I don't is just because I really haven't played this game very much at all. I was wondering if maybe Dilophosaurus? They're very small. Should I go for it? Go for some different coloured, go for like 3 and have them all in different colours. Let's do that. Oh, that's a Deinonychus. I don't know why I thought that was a Dilophosaurus. Whoops. Come on, get out. Get out. It's Dilophosaurus we want. Right. So we actually have 4 patterns there, so let's go ahead and get some Dilophosauruses. Maybe we should have one that's like got really high attack. Let's do that stuff, like one that's got really high attack, one that's got really high defense. Just to spice things up from what we usually do. And get a bit of rating on them. And then it would be interesting to see which one actually ends up being the alpha. They will have an alpha as well. Hopefully I don't think the enclosure's too small, going in that little sandy pen. Okay, one more. That'll do. Okay, so that's one more Dilophosaurus. And next, the Taiga pattern. Alright, now we're looking for defense. Okay. Okay. Incubate. One more. What should we go for this one? Resilience? Lifespan? Let's go for lifespan. It'd be nice to have like a really long-lived one, so when we do have to replace them and she's still alive, she can be like the old grandmother, the matriarch of the pack. There to pass on her various knowledge to the other members of the pack, the newer members. Right, there we go. That's the wetland pattern. So let's let those guys incubate, and let's also set up their enclosure for them because they don't have any water in there at the moment. It can be quite hard to just make a tiny. I just want a tiny little, just the teeniest little oasis there. There we go, isn't that lovely? Alright, let's place some rocks down in here as well, while we're at it. No, I don't think this is the kind of habitat Dilophosaurus would have hunted in at all. Seems much more of a... I don't know if even a Velociraptor would have hunted in this. I'm just thinking like, you know, plains predator, I don't know. I think they're more of a forest hunter. Alright, so let them all be finished before we go and start knocking them out. Phew, so what all is being signaled to me? I presume it's those two that are unfinished. That's it? Okay. We'll work on that some other time when we've actually built all the way around, so I can kind of work out what I'm doing, because I want to have the monorail kind of go round, stop off here, then go round, and then stop off back there. So it kind of stops off relatively close to like the entrance and stuff, and also the research area, and it just kind of takes you on a nice long scenic route over the lake. That would be nice. And obviously we want to work it out so the Jeep tour is going all the way around this lake. I think it's going to have to pop out of the enclosure at some point. Yeah, it is. So we're going to just pop in the enclosure here. But I mean, I think the whole time you'll be able to catch a glimpse of that Spinosaurus, because even while you're coming in here, you might see it prowling through there. So I think the Jeep tour would be the best place to catch a glimpse of it, really. I mean, you could see it from here. It depends where it is. You know, you just don't know. Alright, I think they're all nearabouts already. Just let them go. How fitting that they should be released at night time. Ah yes, they are about as small as I was expecting, that's good. Yeah, boy! What a cutie pie, screaming at us. Let's get the ACU center going. Let's get these little blighters knocked out. Oh, I haven't put a feeder in. Okay, let's let them all be released slowly. And get a carnival feeder in.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Dilophosaurus to the park.
Right, okay, so that's the last one ready to go as well. So they're all just in the middle of being released now. We should get them.
Request acknowledged.
Okay, currently Dilophosaurus number 2 is the alpha. Oh, they like some trees. Okay, let's make sure that they have a few trees in their enclosure too. Alright, come on. There we go. So we'll see how well they fit into their new enclosure when it's ready. I think they're probably going to want more trees, but we'll see how it goes. We may have to get rid of one or two depending on how things kind of go. There we go, so now there are doors into that enclosure. So there's not one into here yet. Seems like a bad idea just to be able to like open the gates wherever and just go into the dinosaurs' enclosures, but I mean I suppose that's just how it'd be. I know some people like to build like two-way entrances, but I'm not about that. Our dinosaurs are very well trained. They don't do it. Our dinosaurs have been target trained to the fullest extent that you can target train a dinosaur. And they see an open gate and they just don't go through it. They just don't. I feel like training an ornithomimist to do your bidding is not the easiest thing in the world, but oh well. Right, we can get them moved now, I think. So let's get all of them gone and going into their new enclosure.
Asset to be collected. Asset collection request received.
I don't have a lot of hope for this being the perfect environment for them, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, I'm running out of spaces that I can put them down. There we go.
To collect the asset.
So see how that goes, see how they fit in there. So they're all just gonna come in here slowly but surely. And we can release our Spinosaurus soon as well, but I'm gonna leave that for now. I'm gonna leave that until we've done a bit more work around here in case I have to take away fences and stuff when we build our next enclosure just here. Yeah, I might in this little area just like in front of where the Jeep tour is gonna go, and not have the enclosure until there again.
Asset in transit.
And then just have like a little eatery or something there, because we do need something around here for the guests to stop and have a little munch. I'm very excited to have a Jurassic tour though. Here we go. Any of them in? No. They're all just floating in the air. There we go. They'll be in very, very soon, because we need to put our hadrosaurs in, and more hadrosaurs over there. I'm not sure which ones we're going which. Maybe we'll have a few more interesting ones over here, just because it's the second one.
Been delivered.
I don't know, I say more interesting dinosaurs. I mean, I suppose in this universe everyone's living in a world where dinosaurs have been around for a while.
Delivery complete.
It's not the first
Confirming
time.
asset delivery.
I'm excited to just have like the lake area done in general because we can just work our way out from around there with all the other enclosures that we
Asset
do.
delivery confirmed.
I kind of want to have a few bigger ones, like maybe we could have a nice big one over here with something in it. Another kind of carnivore maybe. We don't have a lot of plans for carnivore enclosures. I say having 3 carnivore enclosures and like 2. That'll be 3 for— oh, we have like an equal amount of each actually, that's okay. I can appreciate if we have an equal amount of each, just planned, not necessarily finished. Alright.
Welcome to Jurassic World. We hope you have a safe and enjoyable stay with us.
Okie dokie. So let's see. Are they in now? Okay, thirsty. They still need a bit more tree. There you go. Nope, no more. Oh! There we go. There's so much for our desert-themed coastal enclosure. I think that actually is gonna make them happier though. If I could see one. Doesn't help that it's super dark. Hello, Dilophosaurus. Still? I think it's not big enough and that's why. Let's put a weird lumpy protrusion in. Weird lumpy protrusions usually help. Yeah, perfect. It was just that the enclosure was a little bit too small. Which I think means I can cut down some of this tree and put the coastal stuff back in. No better? Awesome! Okay, so they're so small! I'm gonna wait until it's daytime to be able to get a closer look at them because it's still just so dark. Okay, what? What's wrong? Come on now. Come on now, grumpy gills.
No problem.
Oh no, I can't see them to actually get them. Oh, I didn't... I see what I did. I see why they were all like running around. I didn't cut it off. That's why they were so happy. They were like, oh, we have the world now. Whoops. Alright, well let's get them all. Get them all back in. Oops. Right, that one's ready to go. That one's ready to go. That one's already been tranquilized. Okay, 3. Okay, all of them. It's got all of them. Whoopsie! That could have gone a bit better. Oh well. Okay, let's see about... Not at your rate. Probably the hardest bit is just working it out so it can get out of the enclosure fine. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Okay, move.
Picking up asset. Heading to pick up the asset.
It's just so hard to find them.
En route to collect the asset.
There we go. That is all of them collected up. Oh. You win some, you lose some, eh? I'm actually thinking sauropods would work better here because I could extend the fence way back, like into the lake. Because they can like wander around on the lake. I could like put a little feeder there so they had to wander across the lake to get to their food. And then they can have like this whole area here as an enclosure. I think that would be a bit more fun than the hadrosaur enclosure. And sauropods were just so, like, impossibly large, they probably did spend a lot of time in their water just to support their absolute mass. Their absolute sheer mass.
Transportation complete.
And maybe a lake like this is exactly where a sauropod would have spent a lot of its time.
Delivery has been completed.
So I can have this like wind around and then it pops into the next enclosure just here. Or maybe have it come back even more than that so it pops into the new enclosure like... Okay, you know what, let's do this. Pull it right back this way. And what I'll do is I'll put the Jeep track in first and use that as a guideline for how we want to do the enclosure. Oh, we have disease. You have ticks? Is it because you don't have enough forest? Oops. Just wanted to see a bit more. Now they're gonna be like, where's the grass? Yeah, now they're like, where's the grass? Pull back just a bit. Right, okay, let's try maybe pulling it back a bit more around here. That makes them feel happier, okay. What I'm just trying to do is make it so you can see them a bit better, that's all I'm doing. Alright, okay, let's get the ranger team on that tick situation. And I think with that, it's actually time to wrap it up. With the crisis averted.
Proceeding to the feeder now.
I didn't want to resupply the feeder, I want to... There we go.
Acknowledging
No.
request for feeder resupply.
No.
Confirmed.
There we go. Whew, although we can resupply that, that's in need of
Task received.
resupplying. Yes, okay, so it is time to wrap it up now that we have averted that crisis. Whew, so next time maybe we'll think about doing a bit more enclosures over here, doing a little sauropod enclosure or something. I think that's probably the most likely course of action when I have done a bit more deliberation. We'll see, maybe if we could do a bit more over here. We've neglected kind of the outside of the lake a bit. We've focused so much on the lake that I haven't really done very much else. But yeah, thank you for watching as always, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.